All right, welcome back. We have a little bit of a side note before we get started here. Um, since the new leagues are going to change relatively pretty soon, we're going to try to have a little goal. If we can get 5 likes or better, we can feature some teams in the comments. So look out for that in the future. Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Fantasy Cup, and we got kind of a fun team here featuring a very heavy, fast move squad. Got the Charm Wigglytuff with the Shadow Dugtrio and the Excadrill in the back. So we got the Gramble versus our Wiggly here. We should be able to outbulk them, but we're going to be able to get to this move first. So we're going to fire off the Swift. It does grab the shield, and then our opponent is going to continue throwing fast moves. But you can see right here, we're forcing them to use some energy. We're going to shield, and they decided to go for the close combat. So we do get the KO. We're going to switch out into the Dugtrio once they reveal Sand Slash, but then they counter swap into their Azumarill. We have a slight energy advantage, so we're looking to get 2 Mud Bombs off. First Mud Bomb is going to go through and get shielded. Our opponent is going to throw a move, so we're going to have to shield this one just to get off another move. So we get to another Mud Bomb, and this is hopefully going to be in range of a farm down with something in the back. This Mud Bomb does get it into the red, and the ensuing Mud Slap gets it a little bit further into the red. So let's see if we can wiggle out of this situation. We're going to use the mud shots from the Excadrill. We try to catch a move right there. Unfortunately, unable to. Our opponent does throw the Ice Beam, and we're looking for a huge farm down. We do get the farm down, and we end up with a drill run for the Sand Slash. So GG's to our opponents, able to win that game with this Excadrill, farming down the Azumarill right there. So it is an ABB team, basically. Not a Mud Slapper for the Excadrill. It can no Mud Slap. I forgot this is running the Mud Shot. So double steals in the back. We got the Azumarill to deal with here. This Wiggly is okay against the Azumarill. Let's see if we're going to be able to see if we tie them. Nope, not on this try. We are going to fire off a Swift though. So this Swift does get them into the yellow. And then our opponent is going to like to throw a move with a lot of energy. We are going to shield the first one. Ends up being the Play Rough, which is fine. And they switch out into the Kudra. Interesting switch here. Switching a dragon into our fairy is a interesting play. They decided to let it go as well, and now we can safely just let this next move go and farm down, and then we can decide what we want to do then, because they're going to be switch locked. They do have the shield advantage, so that's what they have going. They come back in with the Azumarill. This Azumarill here is going to be able to quickly get to another move. If we want to get off our own move, we got to throw a shield, but we decided to force them to use some energy, and then we're looking for the farm down with our Dugtrio, and that's exactly what happens. Now we see the Excadrill in the back end. Right here is an example where you don't want to use a charge move, because we want to apply that full fast move pressure to deal as much damage as possible, and we are able to win that with our own Excadrill in the back, leaving them with 2 shields. So kind of a tough situation for our opponent. They used their dragon on the wrong spot. All right, we got the Wiggly versus the Ferrothorn. This is one of the worst leads here. We're going to switch out into the Dugtrio and see if they can switch out or get them to stay. So it looks like they are going to throw a Power Whip before doing anything. There's the switch out. We gotta continue farming here. We do get to 2 Mud Bombs, so at least we're gonna get some significant damage, or maybe a shield. Okay, they do end up shielding once. We're going to be able to fire off another Mud Bomb, and this Mud Bomb will get it into the yellow. Now we're going to come back in here with our fully healthy Wiggly and just tank this move. Let's see what they throw here. Ends up being the Play Rough. Interesting. And now we have an opportunity to try to get some energy to throw back at that Ferrothorn. Our opponent does get to a move here, and we're going to have to let this go. Ends up only being the Ice Beam, so that was a good call by us. This allows us to get to this Icy Wind, and the Icy Wind is going to be significant because it debuffs and potentially gets them low enough that we can farm down. Oh, our opponent does switch out into the Dracalgy, but before they can get to their first move, we are going to be able to get to this Excadrill and go and throw the Troran. KOs the Dracalgy, and our opponent decides to GG's quit because I guess they thought that they can tank that move. So we were able to wiggle out of that situation. I mean, if our opponent was hoping that we had used up all our energy, that's exactly what we did. I think they still had a chance, but I guess we would have been able to outpace them. And we still had a potential catch. Oh, looks like our opponent decided that Wiggly is not good for their team, and he decided to immediately quit. So that was a fortunate situation for us. So we could be using Mud Slap Excadrill as well, but the Mud Shots just give it a little bit more control, if you know what I mean. Alright, Turtonator, horrible situation for the team, as it's going to be able to do really well against the Wiggly and deal super effective against our backline, but our opponent decides to let it go. And they're going to come back in here with the Azumarill to farm down. So at least we got the Turtonator out of the way, and now we still have the Wiggly Excadrill core. Our opponent does have the Azumarill with energy advantage. Now it comes down to, can we survive these moves? First move is going to get thrown Play Rough. Okay, we can survive that first one, but not the second one incoming. We are going to keep on over farming. We're going to try to throw on timing here, and we do get the CAP tie. Our opponent is going to have to shield or let this go. They decide to let it go, and they know their Pokemon barely survive. So down goes our Wiggly, and we got to hope 2 shield Excadrill is going to be able to win the game. And nope, they are actually bringing the Mud Slap, and we are not. So they're going to be able to completely farm us down. So GG's to our opponents. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.